Okay, right. You're not really ready for this, but it may help, so we'll try it. But there's a bit of a complication in skiing that, for example, you ride motorbikes, you don't really get this complication in motorbikes. But it's also what makes skiing interesting, right? Um, on a motorbike, if this was the road going that way, and this is a Croston road, the road is horizontal most of the time, pretty horizontal, right? So when you're on the motorbike and you want to go into a turn, you either lean to the left, back up, or you lean to the right and back up. And it's symmetrical, okay? Right. On the mountain, it's not symmetrical, right? You have a slope. So you're here. So where does this turn start and where does it finish? Because you're only, let's say, in neutral when you're there, right? Okay, and the skis are flat now, but you're kind of falling over already, right? So the point is that you can't start the next turn until you're here. But most of us want to be there and then think we're going to start the next turn, right? So there's complications coming in here very, very quickly, into this picture. So the point is, when you get onto a steep slope, this is when you really notice it, right? That's what you're trying to deal with down there with the steeper slopes. So you think you come around one turn and you're finishing the turn like this, and then you think, right, I've got to start the next turn. But in reality, you've never come out of the turn you're in. So it gets very difficult to start the next turn, right? So we have to deal with this as well. So what I want you to, that's why when you said at the bottom, if you've got a rhythm, it makes it easier. Well, it does, because with that rhythm, you're automatically finishing and coming out of the turn. Like the motorbike coming up to finish its turn. You're coming out of the turn into the next one. So the rhythm kind of unconsciously takes you through that, right? It makes you come out so you can get into the next turn, right? So all we're going to do at the moment is try to keep a rhythm going, so that if you feel things getting difficult, just try to say, well, go for the next turn. If you're getting stuck, go for the next turn, right? And try to keep a continuous one turn after another going, okay? Try and keep that rhythm, and that'll help you. It'll stop you getting stuck in the vertical instead of the perpendicular, right? Because we're aiming for a whole turn. You go into the turn, come through the turn, and oh, hang on, it's difficult to do with this in this picture. But basically, you go into a turn, and then you come back out, but not to the vertical, but to the perpendicular of the hill. You follow that? And so with a rhythm, you'll do this automatically. Right, that's maybe a bit too much there all together, but yeah, okay. So I'll go down first and then watch you. I'm looking for a nice continuity, one turn to the next, okay? Just watch me. Yeah. Okay. You weren't using much dynamics. That was the problem there. Contrast, Ron's doing quite well here. That was a good rhythm. Okay, that was a nice rhythm there. And it helped you a lot. I want you instead of getting a little bit confused, maybe the explanation just went a bit too far there. So I want you just to go back to purely thinking about dynamics, because that's when you're doing best at the moment, okay? Really go for dynamics all the time. Leave the rest aside just now, okay? You go for dynamics, and we'll see where it takes you. You go for the rhythm when it gets steeper, right? So this time we're going to carry on, but we're not going to stop and look at the steep bit. We're just going to continue, right? And I warn you, once you feel it getting a little bit faster, use bigger dynamics and keep a rhythm, right? Bigger dynamics. Okay, let's go. You can come along behind. Okay, well, alright, that was much better with you, Yvonne. And what made the difference for you there? Were you just trying to do bigger dynamics?
I guess.
You guess, you're not quite sure, okay. Don't worry, the thing is, yeah, but you tried to move more. Yeah, okay. So that's what it seemed to me, and it looked like it was working for you at the moment. So just keep that up. You're doing the right thing. What's making it hard for you is all this rotation of the body, the twisting, right? But gradually you'll be able to abandon that twisting, right? But there's no point in me saying get rid of the twisting until you've got a few other things, you know, until you've got other tools you can use instead of the twisting, right? So we'll gradually try to eliminate the twisting as we go along, okay? Right, let's, I think it's time to go off the other